So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever. And now for the moment many people have been waiting for. Caitlin Clark has dropped her signature logo for her product line.
You got, folks, the CC as it unveiled and Nike showed us, that they're prepared to pursue the $1 billion revenue that Caitlin Clark is going to bring to Nike.
Nike's website just went down, and you can thank Caitlin Clark for that. Today will be remembered as the moment Nike servers couldn't keep up with her star power. The second that navy and yellow logo tee dropped at midnight, the rush that followed was unlike anything we've ever seen.
According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet.
We're talking full-on website crashes, bots flooding the system, resellers flipping shirts for thousands within minutes, and sales numbers that make Jordan drops look weak. This isn't just a $40 tee, it's officially the hottest piece of sports merch ever. And according to Nike XX, this launch just set the bar as their biggest release of all time.
We're live on WNIK, and as usual, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
Millions of fans sat glued to Nike.com, refreshing non-stop. Credit cards in hand, fingers ready to click. The moment midnight hit, boom, the Caitlin Clark logo tee went live. And within seconds, literally seconds, Nike's servers couldn't take the heat and started crashing.
Only imagine it's going to get sold out lickety-split. Caitlin Clark was first signed to Nike in April of 2024, so it took about a year and a half.
The traffic surge was so massive that even Nike's billion-dollar infrastructure couldn't handle it. Error messages popped up everywhere, fans got booted mid-checkout, and the Nike app went down at the exact same time. Behind the scenes, Nike's IT team was scrambling in full-on crisis mode trying to contain the chaos.
Features interlocking Cs, her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on the court.
Let me hit you with some jaw-dropping numbers. Insiders at Nike revealed that in just the first 60 seconds, the site pulled in over 10 million page views. That's more traffic than most websites see in an entire year. And before the servers completely collapsed, Nike managed to push through over 500,000 orders in under an hour. At $40 for adults and $35 for kids, that adds up to a staggering $20 million in sales in just 60 minutes. And remember, that's only the revenue that actually got processed before everything crashed.
Got the pants, got the charms, necklace, zipper, everything.
Now let's put this into perspective. When LeBron's first Nike sneaker launched, it took an entire week to reach these kinds of numbers. Jordan retro drops? They might move 100,000 pairs in a single day. Caitlin Clark's t-shirt blew past that, outselling signature shoes. While everyday fans were stuck fighting error screens, pro resellers were cashing in big.
Man, everybody sure does love Caitlin Clark. That logo's okay. I would buy one of her shirts. I don't care about Indiana Fever or the WNBA that much, nor do I watch games, but it's a pretty cool logo. What do you think?
Within minutes of the drop, Clark's shirts were flooding StockX, eBay, and Grailed, going for $200, $300, even $500 apiece. That's a markup of over 1,200%. One reseller, known online as Sneaker King 23, reportedly pulled in $50,000 profit in a single night just flipping Clark tees. The resale market went absolutely wild. StockX even confirmed it was their busiest 24 hours ever for any sneaker product, beating out Supreme drops, Travis Scott collabs, and everything else. And this wasn't just an American craze, it went global. When the shirts hit Europe at 6 a.m. local time, the same madness unfolded, with Nike's EU servers crashing instantly. In Asia, where Clark's fanbase is massive, things were even crazier. On Chinese resale sites, shirts were going for over 3,000 yen, more than $400. Meanwhile in Japan, fans were literally camping outside Nike stores in Tokyo, desperate for a chance to snag one.
It was really unique, I think it's very creative for Caitlin Clark to come up with something like this. And I just enjoy all of it, it's like aura.
We love it!
It's simple, yet it speaks a lot.
I love it so much.
Canada, Mexico, you name it. Everywhere Nike dropped the Caitlin Clark shirt, it sold out instantly. The demand was so overwhelming that Nike's global logistics team had to shift into overdrive, reportedly working around the clock just to.
Interesting, because when I looked at it, it had an international presence, the CC. And you look at it, are we talking about Coach? Are we talking about Louis Vuitton? Are we talking about Gucci? The CC is a global international brand that will don on top products all throughout the world.
And here's the kicker, Nike thought they were ready. Insiders say they had 2 million units made for launch, more than most Jordan drops. But even that wasn't close to enough. Within 3 hours, every single shirt was gone. Factories in Vietnam and Indonesia immediately kicked into emergency overdrive, calling in workers for overtime shifts. Nike reportedly rushed orders for another 5 million units, and shipping companies were being paid triple rates just to move Clark gear. FedEx and UPS trucks were literally being loaded with nothing but Clark shirts. To keep up with the flood of orders. At Nike HQ, the situation was just as wild. Executives held emergency meetings at 3 a.m., the CEO had to be woken up for a briefing, and the marketing team scrambled to ride the wave. Social media managers were answering non-stop complaints, while customer service lines had wait times stretching to 5 hours. But here's the twist. Instead of hurting Nike, the frenzy boosted them. The stock jumped 8% in pre-market trading the very next day. Wall Street analysts started upgrading Nike's rating off the back of one shirt. And online? It was mayhem. Twitter, X, whatever you call it, went nuclear. Caitlin Clark Nike wasn't just trending in the US or in sports, it was the #1 topic worldwide.
It's special. I mean, there's very few people who get the opportunity to say that they have a logo and to make the impact that she makes, not just, I think, in the sport, but globally, just by being who she is. She's a connector. She brings people together. And, I think for us to be a part of that, and whether it's, as simple as being able to celebrate all of these things with her, or, as much as walking out into the arena and seeing the whiteout on the chairs out there, it's really cool. And it's really special and shoot, I'm talking about it right now, and just feeling the intense gratitude for me personally, being in women's basketball, to be able to be a part of this moment, and to celebrate.
On TikTok, videos of fans scrambling to buy the shirt racked up hundreds of millions of views. One clip of a girl in tears because she couldn't snag one alone hit 50 million views. Influencers were even offering $1,000 just to get a shirt for content. Instagram was flooded with flex posts from the lucky few who secured theirs, while celebrities jumped in too. Drake reportedly had his team scoop up 100 shirts from resellers. While Nike was celebrating, rivals were panicking. Adidas XX were holding emergency meetings wondering how they missed the Clark wave. Under Armour's stock slipped 3% the same day. Reebok, who has Angel Reese, could only watch as Clark's t-shirt pulled more buzz than their entire sneaker line. Puma XX were allegedly grilling their teams about why Breanna Stewart's merch wasn't moving like this. Across the sportswear industry, everyone was asking the same thing. How did Nike do this, with a t-shirt? The answer? They had Caitlin Clark. The star power was undeniable. LeBron James even posted a shot of himself rocking the shirt with the caption, "Respect greatness." That single post drew 5 million likes in just 1 hour.
Signature unveiled, man. Shout out to CC.
I like that one.
You rolling with it?
I'm rolling, bro.
All right, man. Her shoe is
What was this commercial?
Taylor Swift showing up at a Chiefs game in the Clark logo tee under her jacket was the spark that nearly broke the internet. Swifties and Clark fans united, and searches for the shirt spiked 2,000% overnight. Even Michael Jordan himself reportedly called Nike XX to congratulate them. When MJ is impressed with your merch sales, you've done something historic. And just when fans thought it couldn't get any bigger, October 1st proved September was only a warm-up. The full collection dropped, and Nike had to turn it into digital warfare, lotteries to buy, one item per customer limits, IP bans for bots. Analysts estimate the Clark collection pulled in over $500 million in its first month, from t-shirts and hoodies alone. That's more than double the entire WNBA's annual revenue in 2024. Nike's earnings spiked 15%, with XX pointing directly to Clark as the driver. But this wasn't just about numbers, it was a cultural moment. For the first time, women's sports merch was outselling men's. A logo tee was suddenly more coveted than limited edition Jordans. Fashion giants like Vogue, GQ, and Hypebeast covered it like high fashion. The Clark tee became a status symbol, Kids were fighting over them at school. Campuses saw black markets trading them for PlayStations, concert tickets, even cars. The phenomenon spanned the globe. In China, it became Nike's fastest-selling product ever. In Europe, it outsold World Cup soccer jerseys. Canada ran out of stock so fast the Prime Minister's office reportedly called Nike. In Australia, it was front-page news. Japan had to launch a lottery system, and South Korea even deployed police to manage crowds at Nike stores. Pure worldwide pandemonium. With demand skyrocketing, fakes flooded in immediately. Counterfeit shirts popped up in New York street markets, shady websites, even overseas cargo shipments. Nike rolled out authentication tags, hired extra security, and even pulled in the FBI to fight back. Analysts estimated that for every real Clark shirt sold, 3 counterfeits were circulating. The black market for Clark gear turned into a billion-dollar problem. Meanwhile, WNBA players watched in awe. AJA Wilson's Nike shoe couldn't come close. Sabrina Ionescu's line looked frozen in comparison. Yet the craze even broke rivalries. Opponents were proudly posting themselves in Clark's logo. She transcended the game itself. Clark, shocked by the madness, posted a simple thank you on social media, and it got 10 million likes. She couldn't walk outside without seeing her own logo everywhere. And if this is what a t-shirt did, imagine the storm coming in 2026 with her first signature shoe. Industry insiders are already calling it the launch of the century, projecting $1 billion in sales in year 1, numbers that took Jordan years to hit. Nike is already building new server capacity, hiring extra store security, and even coordinating with law enforcement for crowd control. This won't be a product release, it'll be a global event. Caitlin Clark didn't just break records, she obliterated them. A simple logo tee became the most in-demand piece of sports merchandise in history. Nike's $28 million deal is paying itself back every week. And Clark proved women's sports merch doesn't just compete with men's, it can dominate. This will forever be remembered as the day Caitlin Clark broke the internet, broke Nike, and broke every sales record in sports history. And the wildest part? This is just the beginning. White right pointing backhand index. Did you manage to grab a Clark logo shirt? Or are you still on the hunt? Drop your story in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insane sports business breakdowns.